Welcome back to the wet coast. The weather is amazing and I'm gonna take advantage of it as much as possible. I bought this little Mahindra tractor about a year ago. If you want to see that video, it's in the comments. And it's been such an amazing tool for what I'm doing. Like, it is fantastic at moving dirt, obviously, but for lifting heavy stuff like engines and transmissions, I just love it. One thing I've been using it for is pulling the engine out of the Maverick, pulling the engine out of the Forge project, and I've got a lot more heavy lifting to do with it, but the bucket isn't the best thing for it. What I'm gonna do is take an old wheel chock that my dad gave me from a trailer. It's for holding a motorcycle tire when you're towing a bike on the trailer, and I'm gonna adapt it to work with this bucket so I've got a better lifting and lowering motion with the engines and transmissions when I'm installing that kind of stuff. So let's get to it. Should be a quick video. So this is the wheel chock here itself. Whoever fabricated this made these little mounting points here. It was meant to go onto the bed of the trailer, which was a heavy wire mesh, so it would pop on and slide into that mesh. This is actually going to come in really handy from hooking it up to the bucket on the tractor, and I'll show you how I think it's going to go. So using those little tabs on the wheel chock, it hooks nicely into the back of the blade here, back of the bucket, and holds itself quite nicely, although the shape itself isn't that great, so I'm going to have to do something about that. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a notch here, and I'm going to bend the whole wheel chock down so it lies flat across the blade like that. I think that Wasp is not going to be too happy about this, but I'll deal with that in a moment. And then that's going to leave me the tongue sticking up off the front of the bucket, something like that. And then I will either weld a hook or have a hole, make a hole here so I can hang a hook off of that, and this should give me enough leverage to get a lot of range of motion on lifting and lowering engines into engine bays. I think this is going to work great. I'm going to cut that tang off there so this just lies flat against the blade, and I think as long as I keep the angle of the blade more than, I don't know, facing down, I guess, there's no danger of that swinging out. All right, I'm gonna get to it. I think this is a fun, quick project, and it's gonna help me get that engine back in the forge and get that project back on track. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna bend this in two places because there's this angle here and then there's this angle here, and I wanna have it wrapping around a little bit tight if I can. So I'm gonna cut about here and bend it there, and then I'm gonna cut right about here and then bend it like that, but I'll do the two cuts separately. So thinking about this a little bit further, I realized that I can't make my next cut and bend flush to the front of the blade here, because then I'll never get it off because these tabs hook under, and I need a bit of movement backwards so I can get to the point where I can just have the tab clear. So my cut's gonna have to be about here. So it's a good thing I caught myself, otherwise this thing's gonna be on the bucket permanently, and that's probably not the best situation. Okay, this is gonna work out pretty good, I think. I'm gonna weld some flat strap pieces into these notches here. Obviously I need that for the strength. I'm going to cut off the two tabs that are it's just resting on there right now. And then that's going to be flat against the blade and give me a little bit of lateral left to right support. And this is just about done. A little bit of welding. So I'm going to get to it. Oh, one last thing I wanted to do was notch and fill this in. I wanted the blade to be in line with this tongue. Makes it a little easier to aim things. So I just got a couple extra pieces to weld in there. So now it's time to get welding. Well, it's ugly, but I think it's strong enough. Let's give it a try and see if it breaks. Oh yeah! All right, pretty happy with this. This is going to make things a lot easier for me to move around and install engines and remove engines and stuff like that. I don't have a mini excavator. I don't have a proper overhead gantry for pulling that stuff up, so the tractor has to do, and for now that's what I'm going to use. Don't worry, there's more bike videos coming, there's more van conversion videos coming, and there's definitely more Forge 1950 F1 Dodge 2500 hybrid videos coming. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for getting the word out. The channel's growing, and it's all thanks to you guys. And if you like the video, why not hit the like button? And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not subscribe? You'd be doing me a solid, and it helps me grow the channel and do more cool stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.